Excuse me. It's been about 4 days since Hell of Super 17 has come out, so I thought it'd be a good idea to update the tier list. As you can tell by the cough, I am a little bit under the weather, which is why I haven't been able to make much of videos. So I apologize for that. But I'm gonna try something light with this and just see how I feel, and then if I can, I'll try to make the bullet showcase. But here we go. So LF Super 17 is a pretty crazy character, and I think most of you guys know this by now. I just kind of want to highlight a couple of things he's doing right. The first thing I want to highlight, when he first comes in, like every time he switches into Battlefield, he's gonna do all this crazy stuff, right? The most important fact about this, though, is that he's just gonna get his full unique gauge, which his unique gauge is essentially, I'd say, just a better version of Vegito Blues, because you're, gaining combo extension, healing, and, key. You're getting more damage. You're gaining cover and all. You're having rush control here, and you're making sure that you're just immune to these debuffs in like a normal condition. So you're pretty much doing anything you'd want for like a combo extension unique gauge, where you're just going to be filling just 80 million times the damage. So that's very strong. Another thing I'd want to highlight is the fact that he has this right here. He's changing the way that tap attacks are interacting in game. He is making sure that their strikes and blue cards are sealed for 2 counts, so you're able to just put on the offensive with stuff like this, right? Later in the game, you won't see this as much, but this is going to help you definitely early game. I say this because, this doesn't seal the rush. If you go for a quick attack, and then you go for the blast or something, or a strike, like, they can still rush you through it. But this is still a very good way to just, like, initiate combos, if you will, right? Pretty much probably the biggest problem we have right now in the game, so, just helping with initiation is, I definitely do enjoy that, right? And then, obviously, this character's, poking ability, I'd say probably the most OP ability that this character has, the energy absorption, right? His green card. When you activate it, you're gonna just go type neutral, seal their rushes and their mains, so you can just kind of whiff it if you need to. You're gonna reduce your enemy key by 50, and then if you get it, you're gonna get your vanish back. You're gonna do extra damage and stuff like that. You're gonna reduce their key by 100 officially, reduce their advantage to 0, and then lock them in for 3 counts twice only. That is a big thing, right? Twice only. I don't think you'll be in most matches where people are going to be dumb enough to activate this twice, but there are some people who don't care, and you might get to that point, right? He does have a lot of effects in here, like his blue card is going to draw the green card once. His ult's going to draw a green card once, right? He does have a way to get double ults in his passive, where if you land the strike cover change, right? If you land the strike cover change, he's going to get the ult, right? I did pull up this Evolution Blue Vegeta here, the OG yellow one, because Super 17 just has a better version of that, right? This Vegeta has a blast cover change, but, the first time when this Vegeta cover changes, no matter what, he's going to destroy one of his cards for a free blue card. So the way you'd want to use this Vegeta, right, at least on standby, is you want to cover change into him on their blast cards, and then if you successfully do it, then you get a free blue card, right? 17 is going to be better, though, because even if you miss that, like, initial cover change, you're not gonna draw the ult, and then you don't have to have the burden of holding that free ult in your hand, so you can kind of just feel more comfortable switching into this character. And if you do get the strike cover change and stuff like that, then you will get the ult, you'll do the big damage, you'll do the haha funny and stuff like that, right? So overall, a very solid character. I do think he completely changes the way the meta is kind of shifted, I think. So I guess I'll just go about updating the list. I definitely will say he is definitely like a top echelon character to me. I'm gonna put him at 2 here, I think, just because he definitely does have a huge meta change, right? I definitely do think his release has directly impacted the placement of UI Goku, right? Just a blast character who's able to combo a long time with blast cards, just completely nullify UI Goku's main portion, I'd say, of the way he stops combos, which are strike cards, right? I mean, you switch against this guy, he gets a blast card, he's gaining blast card whenever he builds his unique gauge, he's pretty much gonna have, a lot of blast cards and stuff like that, so I'd say as UI Goku, you don't really want to switch into him, and then if UI Goku's type neutrality runs out, then yeah, Super 17 is going to obliterate you with 2 blast cards. This guy cannot tank against type disadvantage, right? I definitely do think that UI Goku's lost his value. I don't think that Ultimate Gohan's gonna stay in 1 as well. I think 17 himself is just doing a lot of combos. It's not like Gohan is gonna be the greatest at dealing with these long combos, right? So I'm definitely gonna take him down a notch. I'm gonna put Goku and Bardock actually above though. This is a character where they're blue, right? They have type advantage over 17. Most of the time, it is going to matter, I'd say. They have a low costing card and pretty good gear recovery, so even if Super 17 activates his, green card from far range, you can use a strike card with this character immediately to just kind of like mitigate what Super 17 is able to do to you. And even if you get that clash, right, or stuff like that, like, you can still like buy some time with that. So I'd say this is one of the few characters where they have an out to Super 17's, green card activating. I think so. Pycon, I'd say Pycon's value hasn't really changed much. It definitely has been affected by the other few characters who would really like help them. I mean, Goku and Bardock, I think, significantly did get slightly better, but overall, I don't think so. I'm actually gonna jump GT Goku up to 3. He is, again, one of the only other characters I'd say on this list that can just comfortably tank Super 17. Super 17 does has this effect where he is lowering their HP restoration for 80 count, 8 by 80% for 3 counts, which is a very crazy effect. But even through that, I have found that GT Goku is able to heal up a nice enough amount of damage and just really able to hang in there, even if he's type disadvantaged. Like, this character is very defensive, very healing, so I definitely found a reason to pop him up to 3. We might do something like this. I think this GT Goku is too valuable right now. Gonna get the hell out of here, you suck. I definitely do think that Gogeta is in a much better spot because of GT as a whole, right? I mean, just having access to Super 17 as a partner definitely does increase his value, I would say. Again, it's not like you don't ever see Pycon in the meta, so, his value has definitely increased, I'd find. And pretty much, I think that's kind of all the changes I would make. He's not that bad, though. I mean, I don't think it's like that. It's not that bad. It's not that very small. I mean, putting him at 5, I don't think is much of a problem, right? I think you can pretty much interchange. Well, I mean, Super 17 does completely shit all over this character. You can interchange these two. I don't care which one you want to do. I think there's a clear gap between these two in the current meta. These 3, I think, are in the, they're on their own tier, I would say, and then these 2 are in their own tier, pretty much just interchangeable, I would say, too. To be honest, you could put UI Goku at 3. I don't give a shit. It's just, I would say GT Goku's value right now, just against Super 17, I would much rather take this GT Goku over UI Goku, right? And I'd say, I don't think Ultimate Gohan's like changed much. It's just, again, you fight Super 17 and you're pretty much going to be boned. And I would say that this GT Goku, again, being a blue character, is just going to be able to really handle what Beast Gohan is going to be able to do, right? He definitely does go type neutral, so you'd have to worry about that Beast Kick, but I mean, it doesn't matter, right? I just have him at 3 here because you, I think, are going to see a lot more Super 17s than you probably will of Ultimate Gohan. I don't know. That's just my personal thing right now, right? Now, a character that people have been throwing on this list I found is a Cell. I don't think that Cell would make the list. If I could put him in honorable mentions, to be honest with you. I don't think that Cell has made a comeback, though. I definitely don't think so. I mean, you can maybe. I think you can make an argument for Cell. I would probably put Evo Ken over them. Maybe 17, but then it's like, I would much rather run Jiren over Cell, but I mean, Cell is still a very good character. Actually, I think I'm probably gonna do... I'm gonna do this. I would much rather run them over Cell. I think Jiren is... I mean, well, you would probably run pure androids with a pure android equipped with you. Probably something like this. Don't think this changes much. Yeah. I think, yeah, I mean, the Gamma's pretty much in here, right? Over Orange Piccolo? Probably. Nah. Actually, yeah, because you have the this bastard to deal with, so probably over like this. I mean, it's still a funny character you could run, right? And then pass the power and stuff like that. I mean, yeah, I'd say this is probably going to be the final list. You can interchange these two. I don't care, right? You can interchange these three. I mean, well, rather these two, I'd say. And then Yoiga could be at 3. I mean, 4 or 5. I don't think he's going to be at 3. But, I mean, you can make a case for it being at 3, right? Because, I mean, if you're going to put Cell on this list, then, I mean, yeah. Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta or Pikkon, they're probably interchangeable as well. I just like Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta right now. Evolution Blue Kaioken, and I think you can just make a case for these guys, like, being under Cell, stuff like that. I just think that they're just too annoying to put under Cell, and they are gonna do a lot more, like, damage, I think, over than Cell. But you can still make a case for Cell, right? Yeah. One of the most annoying characters ever released of last year is making on this list again. Truth be told, I do wish that Super 17 was probably gonna be Baby instead, but I mean, you know, personally, just because I don't want to see this shithead again, but then again, Region makes it come back, and then we got to deal with shit like Janemba. So I guess I would rather take Super 17 over, you know, the rat bastard Janemba coming back, and then you got to also deal with this. Like, I don't want to. I'm good. I don't want to deal with Janemba no more. Janemba doesn't even make this list, so yeah, eat shit. Yeah, stay dead. Stay dead. Let me know how wrong I am in the comment section down below, and I guess I'll see you guys when I'm not sick.